Hi Pisces, how's it going? I hope you're doing awesome. I'm doing a general reading for you today. This is a Celtic cross spread, plus one advice card at the very end. The world reversed, or sorry, the Wheel of Fortune reversed is the advice card at the end. So this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. I'm going to go through each card with you individually and then summarize everything. Some of your cards came out reversed. That just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. So the first card that came out is the Three of Pentacles. Okay, this card represents your current situation. This is Capricorn energy. So this card is all about studying, growing, hard work, the skilled artisan, being rewarded, being recognized of your abilities, its achievements, commitment, building on success, it's teamwork, learning. Could represent a tradesperson. It's collaboration, building, your hard work paying off, attention to detail, shared goals, the craftsperson. It's a card of the apprenticeship, determination, dedication. So this card is telling me that you're trying to build something or collaborate something, possibly in a relationship or a work situation or a shared goal. There's effort and willingness, but it's not fully aligned. And then what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation, you got the Moon card. And this is you showing up in your reading. The moon is represented by Pisces, and it came out upright. This card is all about complexity, secrets, fears, anxiety, the subconscious, deception, uncertainty, confusion, imagination, your intuition, fear, unknown, dreams, the unconscious. So what this card is telling me that what's crossing you is big. It's confusion, illusion, or emotional fog. Something isn't being seen clearly. So either you're ignoring your intuition or you're getting lost in overthinking or anxiety or fantasy. And again, this happens to me every single time I do a reading. I just pulled a daily card, and the card that came out was the Forest, if you want to listen to that. Talks about this. Your third card is the Two of Swords upright. This card represents the basis of your situation or foundation. And this is Libra energy. So this is being at a stalemate, being impartial, having to make difficult choices, painful choices. It's a card of denial, restraint, stressful decisions. There's hidden information. You're unable to see the truth. Action is needed. You're weighing up your options. You're at an impasse. This is a card of avoidance, tension, sitting on the fence, being at a crossroad, being torn between two relationships, facing your fears, being stuck in the middle or caught in the middle. So this card, again, there's an avoidance. It's telling me a difficult decision has been postponed. You likely know what needs to be done, but you're choosing not to look at it directly. And then your fourth card is the Devil, Capricorn energy. And this card came out reversed. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. That's this card right over up here. So this is about freedom, release, restoring control, independence, reclaiming your power, reclaiming control, releasing limited beliefs, detachment, independence. It's overcoming addiction for some of you, exploring your dark thoughts. It's a card of revelation. So this card is telling me that there was an attempt to break free in the past from a toxic pattern, attachment, or unhealthy dynamic. But because it came out reversed, it can suggest it's not fully resolved. So it's more like a partial awakening than a clean break. And then your fifth card represents your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon. And you have the Ten of Cups reversed. So extra protection from spirit. Pisces is energy again showing up in your reading, Pisces. So this card is about domestic conflict, family secrets, an unhappy home, separation, shattered dreams, broken family, domestic disharmony, a disconnection, misaligned values, struggling relationships. It could represent neglect, abuse, isolation, non-traditional families, keeping up with the appearance, a lack of teamwork, a lack of stability, a lack of security, dysfunctional family, not wanting marriage or children, infertility, miscarriage. So the Ten of Cups, what's coming soon, this card tells me that there's a reality check. Something that was hoped to bring emotional fulfillment doesn't fully deliver. So this could be disillusionment in love or family, or a dream scenario not matching reality. And then what you want, the outcome you desire most in your situation, you have the Eight of Cups, and it came out upright. This is Pisces energy again. So I'm sorry, it came out reversed. This is avoidance again. Avoidance, or maybe you're trying one more time. Some of you are walking away. There's a fear of change, a fear of loss. It's a card of indecision, aimlessly drifting, but Spirit is saying have hope. Okay? Have hope. It's a card of accepting less, monotony, stagnation, staying in a bad situation. It's also a card of great joy, happiness, and feasting. So this card, the Eight of Cups reverse, tells me you're struggling to walk away. Even if something isn't fulfilling, you're hesitant to leave it behind. And then how you see yourself is the Six of Cups. And this card came out upright. Six of Cups is Scorpio energy. This is a card of innocence, joy, revisiting the past, childhood memories, healing, happy memories. It could represent immaturity, but don't shoot the messenger. That's not from me. This is a card of children, past influences, family support, protection, childhood issues. It's a card of innocence, playfulness, acceptance, youthfulness, goodwill, old friends. So how you see yourself is, this card is telling me that you identify with nostalgia or innocence or the past. Maybe you romanticize, or there may be a tendency to romanticize about how things were, or you hold on to emotional memories. And then your environment, or how others see you in your situation, is the Nine of Swords. So others may see you as anxious or overwhelmed or stuck in your head. This is Gemini energy. This is a card of worry, negativity, nightmares, isolation again, a troubled conscience, burden, the inability to face life, suffering, deep unhappiness, being at a breaking point, despair, overwhelmed with guilt, regret, remorse, hopelessness, depression. Isolation keeps coming up. Then your hopes and fears is the World reversed. So extra protection from spirit, what you hope for and or fear the most. This is a card of emptiness, stagnation again, disappointment, burden again, taking shortcuts, a lack of completion, incompletion, no closure, lack of closure, feeling incomplete, seeking personal closure, a lack of success. So you want closure and completion, but you fear you won't get it. This card is telling me that there's a sense of being stuck in an unfinished cycle. And then the last card is the Five of Cups. This card represents your outcome if all is to remain as is. Scorpio energy. This is about mourning, bereavement, feeling let down, heartbreak, disappointment, remorse, emotional breakdown, regret, despair, betrayal, isolation again, loss, loneliness, relationship breakup, focusing on the loss, focusing on negative emotions, separation, pessimism, abandonment, guilt, trauma, neglect. If nothing changes, then this card tells me that this will lead to disappointment, regret, and focusing on what's lost rather than what remains. And then your advice card at the top there, you got the Wheel of Fortune. And it came out reversed. Major Arcana. So the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that this is important. So it suggests that you feel stuck or like things aren't moving. But the deeper message here is that you can't control the cycle, but you can stop resisting necessary change. So the Wheel of Fortune reverse is about resistance to change, breaking cycles, a lack of control, delays again, clinging to control, no control, setbacks, unwelcome changes, control issues, upheaval, disorder. There's external forces here. So you may be holding on to something that's already shifting away, or you're resisting an ending or a transition. Or maybe you're waiting for things to go back instead of moving forward. This reading isn't really about external events. It's about emotional honesty. There's a pattern of avoiding a hard truth and staying in confusion and not walking away, then feeling the loss anyway. So, Pisces, these cards are telling me that if you don't face reality and make a conscious choice to move forward, then you risk staying stuck in a cycle of confusion and attachment and emotional disappointment. Avoiding a hard truth and holding on too tightly is keeping you stuck in confusion and leading you toward emotional disappointment. So that is your reading. Thank you for letting me channel these messages. This felt a bit heavy today, so I'm sending you a big hug. I'm sending you lots of love and strength, and I'll see you next time. Take good care, Pisces.